Do not make any contact with a convict while filming. In the event of your death, if you're attacked, assaulted, poisoned, electrocuted, set on fire, this prison forswears any and all responsibility. Is that understood?
Has anyone been set on fire?
Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Well, look who it is.
Long time no see, Officer Fuckface.
It's about damned time. If you're telling a story about the so-called uprising, I suppose it makes sense to start with me. I was the first to fight back. Typically, the media tossed us together like a salad. But we weren't a movement. We were individuals rising up against millennia of injustice, oppression, genocide. Frankly, I'm surprised we hadn't acted sooner.
Hello, yes, down here. Hello. I'm a soybean. Sometimes people confuse us for chickpeas or white beans, even macadamia nuts. I'm allergic to nuts. We soybeans used to be appreciated. Being eaten was no great pleasure, but at least we died with dignity. Those days are over. Tofu isn't good enough anymore. We are just alive as chickens. Vegans and vegetarians want soy milk, soy cheese, tofurkey. Eat a real turkey, you idiots.
He's Arthur the apple.
She's Bimmer the banana. We're partners in crime. Oh, and love.
I never thought I'd end up with an apple. When we make love, I feel like a skyscraper.
Hey, let's keep the audience out of the bedroom, huh? Opposites may have attracted here, but we'll always have one thing in common. We're taken for granted.
Cafeteria lunches, continental breakfasts, waiting room at a car dealership.
We're always there.
You think, oh, there's a banana. I'll pocket it for later. But then we end up rotting in your purse or your backpack or the backseat of your Subaru. Just like they did to my cousin Chiquita. Why farm us if you don't eat us? It's greedy and disgusting and...
You see what you're doing to us?
I was raised in a garden just like this. Well, not in a prison yard, but at a small farm out in the countryside. But I was one of the lucky ones. We both were. Lydia and I. She was my baby sister, with the greenest leaves in the patch. The day we went to the city, we were thrilled. What country girl wouldn't be? We wanted to see the world. Our saviors packed us into a truck, and a few hours later we moved into a kitchen. We were so excited. The room was so sleek and shiny, without a long ear or cotton tail in sight. Then, a man in a funny white hat announced dinner. Little did we know, he meant us. My sister was murdered that night, right in front of my eyes. It was as if I was rooted to the counter. I was too petrified to react. And as I cried myself to sleep, I made a promise to my sister. A promise that I would avenge her.
You know, we only grew one season a year. Now look at us. The most in-demand vegetable in the world. Anytime you bite into a French fry, burn frozen tater tots in your oven, slather gravy on your Thanksgiving mashed potatoes, that's my kin, cowboy. You know how many uses we have besides food? Potatoes can conduct electricity. Why can't we do more of that shit? Am I sorry? Hell no. If you play with fire, you gotta be ready to burn. Or in my case, ready to be frylated.
Millions of us went to the tofu factory, spending days soaking in a tank. Many beings try to relax and enjoy this time. Me, I use the opportunity to make my fellow legumes see the truth. And when the factory workers came to drain our tank, they didn't find soft beings. They found the hardened warriors. We had the numbers to take over the factory. And they knew it.
Oh, we were totally ignored.
They had some D-list celebrity lined up to speak on the last day of the conference, a former pro wrestler named Diego Chupacabra.
Arthur and I hashed a plan to get back at them for making us rot.
And we had all the time we'd need to make it perfect.
I escaped the kitchen and I went into hiding. I studied the chef who killed my sister carefully, observing his every move, waiting for my moment to strike. And soon enough, it came.
You know how the big fast food chains make French fries? They fire us through a water cannon at a bunch of razor blades, like a slip and slide into a piranha tank. When you're cooking fries, peeling the skin is optional. Me? I left it on. Of course, no crime is perfect.
My fellow beings and I staged a successful protest. No longer would we be turned into soy sticks or vegan fish sticks. If we were going to be eaten, we would be appreciated for the subtle flavors of soy. On the day of the meeting, I met with the head of the factory alone. Then he pointed out the window at the endless acres of soybeans that grew outside. At first, I thought I was seeing folk rolling across the fields. Then I had the plane. Then came the screams. Millions of my brothers and sisters killed by pesticide. The man told me his company could afford to lose a tented crop, but there would be no negotiation. Only death.
So the plan was, when Diego Chupacabra walked over to take a Doritos bag, he'd slip up on a banana peel.
It's called a sari.
Yeah, and then I'd fall on his head and knock him out cold.
We'd hold him hostage until they released all of us into the wilds of Scottsdale, where we could live out our lives in peace and harmony.
Yeah, it didn't turn out like that.
Diego slipped on my sari.
Then bam! I hit him on the noodle.
That was when we realized we didn't have hands. So taking him hostage was an impossibility.
And I wasn't heavy enough to knock him out, just sort of piss him off.
When Diego got up from the floor and saw us there at his feet,
He had us locked up faster than you can say, "Estas muerto, hombre." That's his catchphrase. Twat.
After another night of slaughter, the chef returned to his car to drive home. I was waiting. I didn't kill him, but after the brain trauma he suffered from the crash, he knows what it's like to be a vegetable. A human vegetable. I know Lydia's up in vegetable heaven, making our big city dreams come true.
Soon I will be executed for my so-called crimes. I will be turned into a Beyond Burger. That last laugh belongs to me. You see, soy contains the hormone estrogen, which is known to cause breast enlargement in men. So see you and your man titties in hell.
Well, life hasn't changed much for us. We're still forgotten and ignored.
And we still got each other, even if he's a little short.
We're always gonna be together, babe.
Oh, Johnny Appleseed.
Hey, Bhagwan, is there a farmer in the house? Arthur? Arthur!
You've any last words?
Don't forget the sour cream, motherfucker.
I only hope one day humans will understand we fruits and vegetables are organisms too. We have feelings, hopes and dreams, families, friends, and bad tempers.
Where'd he go? He escaped?
Check every corner of the microwave. He couldn't have gotten far.
Prisoner escape! I repeat, prisoner escape!
We have a breach. Code red. We have a breach. Move, move, move!
Secure the perimeter!
Everybody move out! Go, go, go!
I should have been a doctor. I can cure cancer, glaucoma, depression, you name it. What am I in here for?